Welcome to the podcast From Coffee to Cases, the show for small law firm attorneys who want to stop begging for leads and start building a business that runs on referrals and real relationships.
Hello and welcome to From Coffee to Cases with Delisi Friday, the founder of First Call Friday and a top legal marketing strategist. With 20 years in the legal industry and experience advising 7, 8, and 9-figure law firms, she helps small law firms grow through intentional referral-based marketing. I'm Kevin Rosenquist, and of course, I am joined by Delisi Friday. Delisi, it's so good having you here.
Hi, Kevin. Nice to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's our first episode. We got lots of great stuff coming your way, talking to the audience here. Very excited to have you here. So today what we're going to talk about is why every lawyer can and should start a referral business. So before we get into referrals, let's start with a little bit about you, since this is our first episode. How did you get here, and what is First Call Friday?
Sure. So, First Call Friday is my business where I help solo and small law firms with their referral marketing. So, essentially, that means I help lawyers get cases from other lawyers. And how did I end up here? That's a great story. I knew I was going to be in the legal industry since the day I was born. My father is a trial lawyer, and I was born the day he became a lawyer. So I
That's
truly
all.
have grown up in a law firm.
Yeah, right? From the start.
Yes, and so I've done almost all the jobs except for the ones in accounting, within a law firm, but I realized the dream that we had to be that father-daughter duo in trial working on cases wasn't meant to be, because
Mhm.
I really gravitated towards the marketing. And so I've spent a bulk of my career working on legal marketing within law firms. I worked at a law firm for 7 years where I grew them from 7 figures to 8 figures just doing B2B marketing. So, marketing to other law firms. And then I went to go be chief of staff to R. John Robbins, who is the attorney who founded How to Manage a Small Law Firm. So, I was put in front of a real genius when it comes to the business side of law firms. And as an 8-figure serial entrepreneur, he taught me a lot about business as a whole. And I realized I love lawyers so much, and I love referral marketing so much, and I love community and bringing lawyers together, that I decided I am going to focus on helping other lawyers see the value in referral marketing. And because of my network, I want to help connect them together. And that's how my business started.
Wow. That's really cool. And I mean, referrals are great. We all love referrals, any business that you're in. Do you feel like referrals and referral marketing is more powerful than things like paid ads or even organic SEO?
Yes. And I'm sure all the digital marketing pros are going to cringe when they hear me say that. But but here's why I say that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I am a huge fan of digital marketing and I believe in paid ads. But what I also know to be true is there's never going to be consistency in paid ads. Your
Hmm.
cost per click is always going to go up and down. Your conversion rate is always going to go up and down. Who knows what happens when Google does some kind of an update?
Yep.
And because of that, if you only focus on ads and you only focus on digital marketing, then I think you're doing yourself a disservice, because referral marketing can cost you $0, and it just requires an investment of your time, an investment of your energy. And while digital marketing and paid ads can go up and down, referral marketing is something that you can build to sustain your business for years to come. And
Hmm.
that's consistent. And so I love to teach lawyers how to use, rejected cases from their paid ads to create referral relationships, because you can combine those together and it's so powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it for lawyers who are kind of, I don't want to say stuck, but just used to doing it a certain way, whether that's paid ads, organic SEO, billboards, anything? Is there a mind shift that has to happen like a mindset shift that needs to happen in order to kind of transition into like that referral focused marketing?
Oh, absolutely. Um, I think one of the most common things that I hear is, well, why would I refer that business out? Why would I help someone else? And whenever I
Hmm.
hear someone say that, I think to myself, man, that's such a closed minded response.
Yeah.
The attorneys who really thrive and scale their businesses to 8 and 9 figures are the lawyers who have an abundance mindset and the lawyers who are true entrepreneurs that realize if I open my eyes and open these doors to the possibility that maybe creating a referral network or maybe taking my ego out of it and seeing how these connections and my professional peers can help me and I in turn can help them and we can all help all these clients who need our help. It's a wonderful mindset shift. And I honestly think it changes the way you live your life having
Yeah.
that mindset of abundance and giving and referrals and being a true connector in the world. And that is a big mindset shift. Not everyone has it.
Right. I mean, I've worked with people, for people, known people over the years that it's like, if you're not with me, you're against me. So if
Mhm.
you know, like no matter what industry, I've known bar owners that have said that. I've known a lot of different people that have said that, and it's like it doesn't have to be that way, right? You can easily have that. There's plenty of work for us for everybody, and
Yes.
the bigger your network, the more you can help each other, and therefore you're giving and getting at the same time.
Yes. Have you ever heard the phrase your network is your net worth?
No, I actually haven't, but I like that.
Okay, I am a huge believer in your network is your net worth. I am stronger when I have a strong network. It means my ability to help other people is that much greater. And
Mhm.
so when you go about your business with that mindset, your business is going to grow.
What's the biggest myth about referrals that you would love to bust right here, right now?
Ooh, okay. I think the biggest myth that I hear consistently over and over is why do I even need to bother with referral marketing when what I'm doing right now is working?
Mhm.
And while that may be true, whatever you're doing is working, and I'm very happy for you. What really pains me is when I get the phone calls from a lawyer who says, Delisi, I don't know what happened, but my conversions are down. Delisi, I don't know what happened, but the phone's not ringing as enough. Delisi, I don't know what happened, but for whatever reason, we're not signing up as many cases. Delisi, I'm scared. Like that's the reality of it is
Mhm.
I get those phone calls from the attorneys who are scared who a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, a year ago, they weren't. And so the biggest myth is thinking this isn't something a lawyer needs to do or should do because what they're doing right now is working. And the reality is, what's working right now is working. But what happens if it doesn't in the future?
Right.
Wouldn't you rather build something so when that does happen and your leads do go down, the phone isn't ringing as much, you've already invested your time and energy in this other thing over here called referral marketing. And you've set yourself and your law firm up for success because you've built that safety net. And that's the biggest myth is, I don't have to do this. What I'm doing now is working. Great. I hope it works forever. But I've also done this long enough to know nothing is forever.
Any industry. I mean,
Yeah,
any industry with marketing, I mean, it changes so fast. I mean, think about, before Google AdWords, or when Google AdWords really hit hard, and then social media, and like, I mean, it changes so fast, but I totally agree with you. And I'm not even just saying this to get you on my good side, but that referral network can be a constant. Like that doesn't really go away.
exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, can you explain the difference between sort of passively hoping for referrals and building a referral system? Because I think a lot of people, and to some degree, it's true. It's like, oh well, as long as I do good work, as long as people appreciate what I do, my referrals will keep coming. Not always the case. So, can you kind of talk about those two and how they work together?
Yes, absolutely. So, the difference between passively hoping for referrals and someone who is actively hoping for referrals is strategy and implementation. The lawyer who's passively hoping for referrals is hoping if I do great work, then the referral gods will bestow upon me
Hmm.
all these brand new cases that walk in the door or call my law firm. And that's just not how life works.
Right.
You can't just hope that doing a good job is enough. Now, if you want to turn from a passive attorney to an active attorney who is doing something to generate those referrals, the difference is having a strategy and then implementing it. And my strategy could be, you know what? I don't have a big budget. So my strategy is going to be picking up the phone and calling my referral partners once a month. I'm going to hope for client referrals and send out a happy birthday card once a year. And maybe I'm also going to, I don't know, do a couple of small gifts to my bigger referral partners to stay top of mind. But the difference is actually taking an action and having a plan and implementing it. The passive attorneys are the ones who are like, oh, if I just do great work, it'll be fine.
Right.
And it doesn't work like that.
Yeah. I mean, it can be part of it, obviously. Those are great referrals because your people are like, "Oh, you got to call this guy. He's the best." Or you got to go with this woman. She's a shark. She'll get you what you need. But you also have to have that other piece too.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Right. Is there one maybe small mind shift that a solo, practice attorney could do to change toward a referral model without upending their marketing or their business?
I would say one small thing they can do. I'll give you a great example of that. This is something every single lawyer has in their law firm. Doesn't matter what practice area, what state. Every single lawyer has someone who calls their law firm and asks for help. And you either decline the case because it's not something you do, or you decline the case because maybe it doesn't meet your standards for case acceptance. One small thing you can do is say, okay, when that happens, I'm going to turn that into an opportunity. And that opportunity is going to be I help that person by introducing them to an attorney who can help. And that's how I build my referral network. So if you're a personal injury attorney, but for whatever reason, you get a whole bunch of med mal calls coming into your office, don't let the conversation end right there. Talk to your intake. And if you don't have an intake because you're a small law firm and it's just you and maybe a virtual admin, give that virtual admin a list of attorneys they can refer business to, and when you reject that case, say, but you know what? I would love to help you. I
Mhm.
actually know a great lawyer who handles medical malpractice cases like this. Their name is Bob. May I transfer you to Bob? Or you can share Bob's information. And that's one small thing you can do because you can then follow up with Bob and say, hey, Bob, I referred this case and that case and this case and that case. Did any of those turn into new clients for you?
Mhm.
And if Bob says yes, great. You've now created a referral relationship with someone who's so thankful that you are sending them business. And what should happen in return is one day Bob's going to say, you know what? I have this case that I can refer back to you. And
Mhm.
it's just one simple thing you can do with rejected cases because everyone has them. Everyone has rejected cases. No one converts 100% of the calls that happen into their law firm. So the opportunity for anyone to do this is everywhere. You
Yeah.
just have to think to yourself, okay, who are the people I'd want to refer that case to? And then follow up with them. And you've already created that referral relationship just with rejected cases.
Do you feel like a lot of lawyers overlook the value of their network?
Yes. And I think they overlook the value in it because they don't think about it in terms of how it can help them in their business. Look, lawyers went to law school to learn how to practice law. They
Right.
didn't go to law school, and there was a professor like me who said, "Hey, everyone, I'm going to teach you about referral marketing," or
Yeah.
"Hi, everyone, I'm going to teach you how to network with your peers." And so, unless someone is telling you to think about it like this or showing you how to do these things, a lot of people don't think about their network having value to them and or their law firm. But as soon as you see it, then the world is your oyster.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you have lawyers that you work with that are just crushing it in the referral space? And if so, what are they doing that you feel is really pushing them and moving the needle?
Yes. So I didn't think this would happen, but one of my favorite types of lawyers to work with is a lawyer who is starting their law firm and needs to start their law firm with referrals because lawyers who start their own law firm don't usually have a big marketing budget.
Sure.
And referral marketing doesn't mean you need to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on billboards and digital ads and all the things. Referral marketing is about creating relationships, and anyone can do that. So, the lawyers I see who are crushing it are the clients I have who started their law firm, need to grow it with referrals. And we sit down and we say, okay, who's your target list? What are you going to do? When are you going to do it? How are you going to go about it? We talk it out, they have a plan, and they do it. And those are the ones who are crushing it
Mhm.
because they've planned it out and they take the action. And honestly, if you just take the action, you're going to be that much more successful. But I think a lot of lawyers love to help other lawyers. And when you have a new law firm owner who's saying, hey, I just opened up my own law firm. If you have a case you're not interested in taking, I would love to be a referral partner for you. Let me take that off your hands and I will do a great job because a referral is honestly an extension of another law firm. If I
Mhm.
refer a case to you and you do a bad job, well, that looks bad on me because I referred you. And so referral relationships are so important about trust and making sure you can refer a case to someone and they do a good job. And I love it when I see those new law firm owners who are doing it and crushing it.
To wrap up here, what do you say to people who are say that they hate being salesy, they're introverted, they maybe networking events are like their nightmare. What do you say to people like that when you're talking about a referral based marketing approach?
I say referrals is not just networking. I know a lot of attorneys, and some of my favorite trial lawyers are actually introverts, believe it or not.
Hmm.
And so the idea of going out and networking is cringe to them, as the kids
Absolutely,
say.
yeah, yeah.
But if you
As
put
the
them in
kids
a
say,
courtroom in front of 12 strangers, they're fine.
right?
And
Yeah.
so referral marketing is not all networking. Your network is a part of it. You're creating a network of referral partners, yes. But it doesn't mean you have to go to a bunch of bar events in order to create that network. If you're an introvert, having a one on one conversation and creating a relationship with an attorney is much less intimidating. And you don't have to be an extrovert to do it. I can be an introvert and send someone an email or a text. I can be an introvert and sign a handwritten card. I can be an introvert and share an article that I read, I think that you would find value in. I can be an introvert and do a bunch of things that don't require going to a networking event. Referral marketing is about creating relationships. And I like to tell people it's kind of like dating. If I'm going to refer someone business, that's the equivalent of getting married. Well, I'm not going to refer you business or get married without going on a couple of dates. We have to get to know each other. So I
Preferably more
think
than a couple, really, quite honestly.
yes. Don't ask me to marry you on the first date. And so
I'm gonna
you
write that
have
down. That's
to
been yeah, okay, yeah, no.
write that one down, Kevin. So think about referral marketing as, the dating process. It's going to take a couple of times to get to know each other and know if you're a good fit and you trust them with the referral. But it doesn't mean you have to go to a bunch of bar events and network. It just
Right.
means you have to create a connection and a relationship with one person, and then two, and then three, and then more. But even the introverts, mostly the introverts, can really have a great experience doing this because it's one on one. And that's where they thrive, not in the big group. And referrals are about relationships. So even the introverts can do this.
All right. Well, that's it for the first episode of From Coffee to Cases with Delisi Friday. You don't need a Super Bowl ad to grow your firm. You need a system, strategy, and willingness to show up. If you're ready to turn connections into cases, head to firstcallfriday.com and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Leave us a review. We got lots more great stuff coming your way. Delisi, it was great having you here. I'm excited to to talk to you more in the future.
Thanks, Kevin. Same. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe to this podcast. And please share this episode with a peer who can also benefit from case referrals. For more information or to connect with me, Delisi Friday, visit firstcallfriday.com.